Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my enthusiastic Charian and guests. Now I would like to invite today's prime mover, Coach Von-Erik Tando from Canada, to introduce keynote speaker to the audience. Coach Von-Erik Tando, also moderator, speaker, mentor, distinguished Toastmaster, and also friendly Charian. Over to you, Coach Von-Erik Tando.
Today, our speaker is a good friend of mine, and we actually belong to same club. So good to see you. So about our keynote speaker, her name is sharEvery WAWGE. By profession, she is occupational health and safety officer and also an active member of 2 different clubs at Mauritius and India. A proud sharEverian, he's also a certified pranic healing and also an entrepreneur, as well as having her own company and construction apparels. A warm welcome, sharEvery WAWGE.
Thank you for the host of today's session. So my topic is for today is, what is better, internet or teachers? Who is better, teachers or internet? Anyone from the audience? Whom do you think is better? Teacher from Bandeka. Okay, Coach Bandeka. Okay, by the end of the session, we will get to know whether teacher or internet, with whom we give our vote. So how many of you remember that teachers have a big impact on your lives? How many of you believe that? That you do have that one teacher who he or she have a big impact on your life during your educational session from secondary, higher secondary, or your even in your university life. Do you have anyone? As like me, I do have. I do have. And all of us, definitely we have one. My teacher, Mrs. Renu, was one of them. She was my math teacher. And unfortunately, I'm till now, I'm pretty poor with the figures. During my high school time, she would not stop teaching me until I got it. Unfortunately, even at 21st century, many students doesn't have access to teacher like Mrs. Renu. I should feel myself privileged that I got someone like Mrs. Renu. There is no one to help them to get it. Instead of learning to solve problems, they are not learning, and they are not good at math also. I'm talking about math. It might happen with science, biology, whatever, XYZ, and so on and so forth. This is very moment, thousands of students falling out of school. This is another reason. If you don't get support from your, even from your parents, even from your teacher, you don't get the willingness to continue your study. It might happen your secondary session. It might happen your higher secondary session. It might happen during your university. Presently, the scientists are investigating science and technology. Hence, I wonder, could we use the internet to bottle up what Mrs. Renu taught me and give it to I can give it to the rest of the world? Though we have teachers, but teacher have a different role, internet have a different role. Both are totally different. Okay, if we talk about internet, we have to consider online and offline. And online, all due to we should mention about Mr. COVID since 2020. We will get to know how it has impacted basically our education system. If you Google now and type EDX, there you will see hundreds of free university courses where millions of people are signing up around. It's known as massive online course or MOC. I didn't have this facility during my high school time, but we are having it now, that you can have free session, free webinar. During my period in 1980s, 80s series, I think whoever in 1980s series, they can agree with me that we haven't had that privilege of having that free webinars and all these things. Now, what do you think? The internet versus teacher, who would win? Anyone from the audience can mention who would win in this battle of teacher and internet? Any idea? Anyone? Just even a word. Who should win? Teacher or the internet? What do you believe?
Teachers have got higher place, there's no doubt. But we cannot close our eyes to internet also, because especially in modern technology, it's like an open university. And the best example I can say during COVID, so much we learned from there. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, I do agree with you, Coach Neelu. Definitely, what you have pointed what I am about to say. Yes, we can't overshadow technology also, because somewhere it helped the teachers who are in the teaching profession. So we wandered around that technology path, but really never accepted it. Initially, there are some teachers, even if I took some of my friends who are in teaching profession, it went a bit difficult for them because they used to teach their students offline, and all of a sudden everything is online, and to cope with those things it took time for them. I'm mentioning about the COVID period. So it all to come together, especially all thanks to COVID-19, who make us flexible, adaptability, so many things we have gathered at the specific period during the COVID period. In Mauritius, it was under lockdown for 4 months, and India, I think, for 5 to 6 months. Choice between no education and education aided by technology. Technology alone, however, could not hold students together. Can teachers be replaced by computers, do you think? From my side, I will say no, it can't. Teaching was always more than facts and figures. Books can do the job. Even if you don't have the teacher, you can read your book, you can get some idea what you're supposed to. For example, a topic came regarding to the finance, if you read your book, you will get some idea. But to go in the depth, you need a help. You definitely need a help. And here comes the role of a teacher. Technology in the hands of great teachers will be transformational. As Bill Gates once said, that technology is just a tool in terms of getting the hidden information working together and motivating them. The teacher is most important. Without teacher, it's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. For an example, you will get to know about the figures, you will get to know the gist, you will get to know everything. But end of the day, something to get in depth, something to understand the theme. It's not possible without a teacher. Definitely not possible without a teacher. You need a teacher. You need, for an example, for emotional guidance, you need a teacher. For practical methods, you need a teacher. For graphic things to make you understand, you see a picture, your perception is different. Might be you're thinking that way, but when you have a guidance, when there is someone to guide you, definitely you will reach the point, you will understand that visual aid in a better way. What I believe, you can't build a nation without teacher. Without teacher is not possible. Now, my second point would be, what are the advantages of online learning to in-person classroom learning? I believe that the best online learning combines elements where students go at their own pace. For example, if it's a session is online, for us, for every one of us, you take your time, you have your food. If you want to have a cup of tea, going at a pace. But when it is offline, when face to face, you're always under pressure. You have to be on time. You have to be. You have to check whether you have done all the. If they are the students, they have to check whether they have done all the homeworks or not, unless they will get a big slap or scold from the teachers. So all these things are differentiate between offline and online. And on their own time, as I mentioned, are set to think deeply and critically about subject matter, combined with elements where students go online at the same time and interact with other students, their teacher, and content. Yeah, there is one thing. If we come to online, face-to-face is a different zone. The teacher talks with you, you talks with the teacher. But in online, as like now, we have so many guests, our coaches, everyone there. Everyone is putting their input. Everyone have different perspective. What I'm saying, some point of time, someone of you might say, no, we don't think in that way. It's your perspective. Definitely, yes. So this is a good side. I should mention an advantage, because you're coming across so many ideas, so many thoughts, and basically you need it. You are always right. It's not possible. You have to take suggestions. You have to listen to others. That listener skill should be there. So now come to the point of what are the disadvantages. Everything comes with pro, cons. So there should be some how should I say, drawbacks also of being online. The downside is that the stuff takes work, Well, obviously, if everything goes online, if everyone is using the internet, everyone is going, looking forward only using the technology. Well, obviously, the school, the university, they won't be needing any teachers. They will say, okay, the internet connection is there. The work will be done. One person is there. Rather than taking 10%, they will hire only one person to do the work. We know from research that pedagogy is matters. Educators just can't scan the test book, record the lesson, put them online, expect the same or better learning. Absolutely. Just like putting, for example, one of my friends, she shared her experience with me. During COVID, she was having her session online. Every day around 10 a.m. Mauritius time, she used to go online. She is in IT sector. She had 45 or 46 students at her session. Eventually, everyone is there. Few of them used to be very regular. And she used to tell me that it's more than 80%, they are there. But when you ask question, you are saying something, they are not there. Means they are there physically, virtually they are with you. But eventually they are not, how should I say, they are not actively involved in that session. Just the sake of getting the attendance, because the teacher will take the attendance, whether they have attended the lecture or not. So that's the plus, that's the point they have to put on. That's why they used to come and used to join the classes. Whenever she used to ask question, mostly 2 or 3 students of her used to give reply to them. Not rest, totally a good student, they never used to reply. So at certain point, it happened that she used to feel that I'm talking with myself. I'm looking at the screen in the laptop, and I'm as if I'm talking with myself only. Because other hand, 1 or 2 students used to reply, and rest mute till COVID, and they joined their school. Till they are in mute session. Many times she have sent it, how should I say, requested their parents that if it happened like this, how we will manage X, Y, Z. But ultimately, till COVID and until we were, how should I say, allowed to go join school, office and everything, it was a bit difficult to manage, even for the teachers also. Technology somewhere is good, but can't replace. Again, I would like to mention, can't replace an emotional guide, can't replace a mentor. In Hindi, we say guru. We need it. We need it. Now, just let me know from the audience, I would like to know that are there social development or other pro and cons of virtual education? Do you have any idea? Anyone from the audience would like to answer, please?
The virtual class and the offline class, the classroom where the teacher and student connect emotionally, physically, that is a miss on a virtual classroom. Sometimes you are requesting them to switch their video on. You request them to switch their audio on to respond, but then it goes deaf ears because that's the younger generation's attitude towards virtual classrooms. So I think this is one of the disadvantages that we are really facing as teachers from the students' end. I feel this is one of the prime, deterrents of the virtual learning.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you, Coach Sujata. Pandemic has highlighted the need for a similar investment in our technological infrastructure. Yes, if I consider India, some part of India still they don't have that support of technology. Frankly speaking, they don't have. Okay, nowadays everything available. Some can't afford even a phone. Okay, so we have to take that thing also into our consideration. Everyone can't. Yes, we by the grace of God we have that capacity. We have that capability to buy a phone, either Samsung, whatever XYZ. But some people don't have that opportunity also to buy, but they have that eagerness to learn from the world, eagerness to learn from people. They also need guide, they also need mentor. These are the pro and cons of the virtual education, where people still now people prefer to go for face-to-face education rather than online. Now we come to the benefits and drawbacks of online learning that are specific to university settings. As you can see, worldwide, nowadays, they don't give you, go for this books and go, everything is available online. Everything is there. Just you have the internet connection, download the PDF format and done. You don't have to invest on your books. You don't have to invest on these, that, nothing, no printer. You put it in your mobile, you keep it in your laptop, everything is reachable. But there are also some benefits along with some drawbacks. Working professional, international students and others can get the high quality education needed for career advancement despite of geographic and other constraints. Absolutely correct. we have to agree with it. That's the benefit of the technology for the university students only. Sometimes it happens, they say some people are doing part-time job. When I was taking my master's courses, in my classes, there were 3 or 4 boys and girls who are working side by side. So for them coming to the, even for the Zoom session, because of the timing problem, it was not possible for them to join the Zoom session. Despite of not joining the Zoom session, they managed to get the notes. They managed to pass out. That's how the technology helped them. Yes, the teacher is there. If you are stuck somewhere, if you're not understanding, the teacher is there. But to accelerate the purpose of their masters, they accelerate the purpose of their enrollment in the certain courses, help them just because of this technology. Offering degree programs in 2 models means that online students can learn alongside on-campus students, bringing a diversity of experience to classrooms from which everyone benefits. Without teacher, certain stuffs are not possible. You need that guidance. You need that emotional support. You need that favor from the teacher of even for 1 mark. Okay, if you, for an example, in online, if you don't write it properly, or if you don't tick mark properly, the teacher won't give you the grace mark. Okay, leave it, you didn't put it, there is no option. But when you are giving offline papers, there is always, you have the chance to ask, can I get some grace mark, please? Only, ma'am, I have written everything, but you have given me only 1 out of 5. Oh, ma'am, then ma'am will scold. She will come up with her own explanation and arguing with her. Please, ma'am, give me grace mark, at least half mark more, just so that I can pass the certain subject. All these things we do need that things. And I don't know for the coming generation how it will be, because coming generation, everything will be taken up by technology. But what we had, eventually we have some, how should I say, experienced coaches in my session. So they know better than me that how they have seen the drastic change from being a teacher in a school and being a teacher online. The drastic change, they can mention us in a better way. Whatever I have mentioned, it's my own perspective. It's my own way of looking. We need both. Technology is, how should I say, technology is just a tool. Okay, but to make things presentable, to make things interesting, we need teacher. It's the only person will help us to make things in a certain way, to make things easier. For example, we can read so many articles, provided it's an informational article. Sometimes we don't understand also. It happens. With me, it happens. Sometimes we don't understand. Then we have to search for the meanings. We have to help ask people, what they are saying. But when a teacher makes certain article out of it, it's always helpful, because they try to pinpoint certain points. Like this, out of certain article, they will mention, this line in short form means this. This line in short form means this. And it's much more impactful for to remember as well. Whatever I'm telling today, describing with you all, I have experienced it. Okay, I have experienced it. Me and my very close friend, we always have this problem. She used to get 2 marks more than me. I used to get 2 marks less. And I used to tell, why do you get 2 marks? That biasness used to come, because for us, we go to the class, sometimes it happens, teacher is talking, and I was like, oh man, when she will finish. It reflects on your face. And the teachers, they are the genius. They get to know that you are not concentrating in the class. So that grace 2 marks goes to her, not to me. So that biasness works. Another thing, it's happened as a teacher, there's a human body, sometimes in a good mood, sometimes in a bad mood. If something happens inside the house while coming to the school, if anything happens, all the angry, all the things come on the students. For an example, while coming, she had got a fight with someone inside the house, or fight in the road due to certain reason. Once she entered the house, entered the school, or entered the class, if someone is not listening, the first person on bang on, she will bang. All her frustration, she will throw on that person. And we can't say why she's doing so. At that point of time, we don't understand, but she's also a human being. It's full of emotions. We have to understand that. Nowadays, we're pretty much judgmental. If someone behaves something, we come to the conclusion, oh no, she's not good, he's not good. The way she talks, or the way she's talked, not good. That is another thing. And the last thing is that teacher might go on leave, because anytime she might have medical leave. Now she's has bored of teaching. She also need vacations. So she will go on vacation. Now you can't tell your teacher, you can't go on vacation 2 weeks after I have my paper. So I need your help. Definitely not. Whereas whereas computer is unbiased to children. Computer doesn't have any feelings. It has technology. It's a tool. Me, SRIRUPA WAWGE doesn't matter. Thirdly, your computer can never take leave. Your teacher can go for vacation, teacher can go for sick leave, but your computer can't, until and unless your computer get a virus. That's the only time your computer will rest in peace. Until and unless you take the computer to the shop, until and unless you repair the computer, then only it will come back to its position. It's my perception. That's the way I think. Okay, that's the way I believe that these are the drawbacks of a teacher and technology in terms of computer, online and offline. Now we come to the students, specifically on the students. Sometimes it happens when students, in a sense, I'm talking about when there is no mentor in their life. They don't have a mentor. They are truly dependable on the technology in means of computer, XYZ, whatever is available for them. So if they had a mentor, I believe their learning capacity may be different. What I believe, their learning capacity may be different if they have a teacher. Then computer can't teach you the technical methods, what a teacher can. And everything, if I keep telling you this one on a certain topic, this happens after this happened, after this happened, you can't sustain. After, generally in psychology says, after 40 minutes, a saturation points come. You can't concentrate. You are there physically, but your mind is somewhere else. After 40 minutes, it's like, settle down. Now we want a break. We have to go on a break. Okay. So the thing is that when things come in a practical method, it's easier for sustain. You can sustain more easily. If I give you all theoretical lectures, all everything, after a certain point of time, it happened. What the hell she is talking? She's making the session boring. But the session become more interesting when I share my own experiences with you. When you are interacting with me, it's become more fruitful. You understand, you sustain the things more easily. Then thirdly, the student need a emotional guidance. Okay, emotional guidance, it's not only for the educational purpose. In a person's life, emotional support we do need. It's a human body. It's a human body. You need that support. You need someone who can say, don't worry, everything will be fine. Why you're worried about it? It's a matter of time. Everything will be okay. For me, till now, it's worked like that. Even if something not happening, what I am thinking that it should go like this, there is my husband, there is my father, mother, who's keep on telling me, my sister keep on telling me, don't worry, it will be okay. Let it go. That emotional support, a computer can't give, a teacher can give. You need that support in your life. Sometimes it happens, you see too many of graphical stuff, too many of visuals, you don't understand anything. Then you have to go to your mom. Can you explain me what they are telling? You are going to dad, can you please explain me? But they are not the expertise of that field. Only your mentor, only your teacher for the certain subject can help you in that matter. So these are the things, how a teacher helps a student. The need of the teacher. It can't be suppressed by a technology. It can't be suppressed whether the session is going online and offline. But teacher, the requirement of teacher, it's needed. Online can't give us all the required information. Yes, online will give us, definitely. You type it and you will get it. But the support system, we need it. If you ask me that for a healthily functioning body, what you need? Your heart is okay, so your body is functioning good. No, there is lungs, liver, everything is there. How can I say which one is important? Heart important, liver important, or brain important? I can't say that this is important than another one. Same like goes with the teacher and internet. Internet is a tool. It's a technological stuff. But without teacher, it's of no use. If you want to take it in the educational system, it will help you. Definitely it will help you. Why not? It will help you. Some may say, what are you saying? It will not help you. Definitely it will, but till when? Till when it will help you? After a certain point of time, you need that support. You need that person to guide you. Thank you for your kind attention, and over to you, to our host, ma'am.
Thank you very much for your insightful and eye-opening speech. Now I would like to invite today's reviewer, Coach Sujata Balaji, to evaluate speech. Coach Sujata Balaji is from India and also English mentor. Over to you.
Thank you, Coach Chaturani. That is, and I thank Rambabu sir and everyone for this wonderful opportunity to interact. Ms. Srirupa, it's a very insightful session, I must say. It's like choosing between your right eye and left eye, the teacher and the internet, I suppose. That's the kind of situation. But your very first, the opening question, has any teacher had an impact on your life? That itself speaks volumes that the teacher definitely has an edge over technology. That's one thing I have understood from your session. And the second thing is the interpersonal touch. You know, the moment teacher reaches the class or the classroom, how they greet, how they say hello, ma'am, especially the younger ones. They go out all their way to greet the teacher. And as they grow, you know, they have a different dimension of greeting the teacher. That is a miss with the technology, I feel. And that becomes the platform for the entire societal bonding. Because sometimes children are so lost with their problems that they fall back. They fall back onto their mentor, where the computer cannot help us. Yet, I would say technology is the need of the hour, which we cannot avoid, whichever industry it may be. At last, the teaching industry, which we thought would do without technology, even that has been affected by COVID. And I must say, I do not know whether it's a thank you or no thank you, because as you said, we have become very adaptable. We have become flexible to handle the computer and the technology. Yet, the essence of knowing a word, its pronunciation, its meaning, opening a dictionary is definitely a better way rather than Googling, because once you Google, you get again a divide. It's American or is it British? Whereas the dictionary is very clear which pronunciation do we take up and we choose to understand. So this interpersonal, this technological advancement of, having pedagogy across, it's always a kind of a conflict. There are many teachers who still believe dictating question answers in the class would always be a better option than taking from the screen. Because while we dictate, we help them understand the pronunciation, its synonyms, its antonyms. What are the other things, around it that we can give that? So I think that way the teacher definitely has a better role to play compared to the internet. And as you said, the teacher takes a break, the computer doesn't. This is where the internet definitely storms the teacher. But I think any day we are all human beings, we are social animals. We need that bonding, whether it's a bondage, where there is corporal punishment, or whether it's a bonding where there is affection and understanding. Either ways, the teacher definitely, makes a difference in the lives of students. So I think this has been wonderfully discussed in your presentation. And as the children log on to gadgets rather than reaching out to family members, this is becoming a little alarming. I remember going to my grandfather for certain meanings in Sanskrit. But today, you ask today's child, they'll click the internet. What is this word in Sanskrit? And there the answer is displayed. Where is the emotional bonding? Where is that smile on the child's face? Having learned from a grandparent and having learned from the screen. So definitely internet takes a backstage again. But technology is the need of the hour. So we definitely need the teacher. We need the technology. Integration, hybrid learning definitely is going to become the new normal. This is my understanding of your session, Srirupa ma'am. Thank you so much for the insightful session. Thank you, Rambabu sir. Thank you, Chaturani ma'am, and one and all. Over to you.
Thank you, Coach Sujata.